lines are the most important thing in a motocross race. Is you know, being able to be open-minded to try different things, even if it might be a little slower. You try it, and also in practice, not always trying to be the fastest guy, but trying to be. If you know the track's going to be hard to pass on, go out there and try to make new lines in practice, because that's the only person that's going to make them. A lot of the other people aren't going to. My situation this year, being on the 125 against 250Fs, sometimes I got to sacrifice my lap times to be able to try to make new lines, inventive lines for when the races come, and I have my lines where I can try to pass. And you know, I think that's important. But don't, you know, to me, people that ride the same line all the time are lazy people. You know, if you move out of the line 6 inches, a foot, it's smooth, and people don't see that. And you never know if it's going to be faster or slower unless you try it. And that's where practice comes in. And even the race, you know. If you lose time in that corner 1 lap, okay, we'll go back to your line before. You're never going to pass if you follow the guy. That's why you got to try different lines and be inventive and, you know, always be looking ahead. Lines uphill. You know, uphills have a tendency of having a lot of bumps going up, a lot of acceleration bumps. So you want to look ahead, look where you're going. You could even move over a foot, 2 feet from either side and get out of the bumps. If you have an uphill that has a little bit of turns to it, you want to try to make it the straightest shot as possible, so when I get to the next turn, I'm holding the most speed, not using more track than I have to. Again, cutting down the distance from point A to point B. When I come out here to the outside and I got this right-hander, I have the opportunity to go inside or outside because I'm on the outside of the track coming into it. If I came up to the corner on the inside of the track, I'd have to slow down quite a bit to hit the inside, or if I come into it with a lot of speed, I'm automatically going outside. So if there's a person in front of me, he is controlling where I'm going. If I'm on the outside, I'm controlling where I'm going off of that rider in front of me. I can dive to the inside quickly, or I can sweep around him on the outside. That's why it's always important to be on the right place on the track when you're behind somebody. Okay, this is an off-camber switchback. You know, you got some more speed coming with this. It's a little bit different than just a normal off-camber turn. As you can see, I do it a couple different ways. You can kind of come down, hit a berm, and then make 2 turns out of it. You know, 1 turn, 2 turns, or you can come down, slow down a little bit, and cut across it and make it more of a straightaway. So if you got a tape measure out and measured it from point A to point B both ways, making 2 turns out of it, you're going to probably have 30, 40 feet more track than when you measured it from slowing down and cutting across it and making it just a straightaway. As you can see, when I come on the outside to hit that berm, I'm coming down the hill with a lot more gas. But I have a nice berm to hold me, so I can be a little bit more aggressive. On the inside, I come down the hill, I let off the gas, I'm patient, and I make a straightaway out of it. So again, when I get to point B, I'm going faster, or I'm going to get there quicker than making 2 turns out of it. And again, you have to be patient sometimes to be quicker. Slow down to go faster sometimes. When you're going across a off-camber turn, off-camber straightaway, whatever it is, you don't want to be off the gas coasting, because then your wheel's not getting that traction. If you can just a little bit of gas, just so you can hear the bike, that's keeping that wheel turning, that's keeping that wheel always trying to fight for traction. You don't want to just come in, chop the gas, and try to roll around it. You're not going to have any forward momentum or any traction on the rear wheel. Okay, as you can see here, we have 2 jump options. On the left, there's a big jump. You hit this jump and jump over the tabletop. The other one, you carry more speed into the tabletop, scrub your speed off and on the ground. I go to a lot of local tracks, a lot of amateur races, and I see these guys just catching huge air. So when they come in, you know, they talk to their girlfriends, and girlfriends taking pictures, and look how badass I am, I can jump this big jump. But I think it's much cooler when you come in with a trophy, because you are taking the correct line, the fastest line, and that's the line that you can stay closer to the ground, on the ground quicker, and accelerate with more speed. Air, you know, is the cool factor, but you know, when you got an option like that and you can hit it so hard and stay so low and get on the ground so quick, that's always going to be the fastest way. And you also have to be aware enough that if there's big holes coming into it, big ruts coming into it, mud, whatever it is that's going to slow you down on that side, okay, then maybe the other side might be quicker. So pay attention, keep your eyes open, and look. And try both lines in practice. Even if you know one line's slower, try that line too, because you might be stuck there 1-2 laps in the race. You don't want to have to do it in the race without knowing what's on the other side or how it's going to feel or how it's going to kick you. So always pay attention to both lines. What kind of video is this? Is it a hoodie video? Yeah, nah, you know what, I try not to get in that superstition. That's what it is. No, superstition stuff, because it's all mental. You know, like a color is going to make you do good or bad. No, it's all in your head. And people always have these superstitious things, knock on wood, this, that. Come on. What the hell's knocking on wood going to do for you? Nothing.
Well, so don't squint, don't strain your eyes. Use those Scott sunglasses. It's like taking your eyes off.
You know, yeah, when you're as naturally as talented as me, huh? Never broke a bone, you know? What do you do? Never had a crash? Oh.
Good job.
More popular than you thought, huh?
Who's that media whore? A lot of people think he's like a hard ass or a bit of a nightmare, but I mean he knows what he likes, which is always good to work for a rider who knows what they like, and he likes his stuff done correctly. So it's a pleasure to work for him.
If I have back here like this, my feet back behind the pegs, and I gas it and I slide back, well, I have nothing to hold me, then I start wheeling, and then your girlfriend and your family makes fun of you when you come in. See a lot of people going for the cool factor to show everybody how badass they are and show their girlfriends and stuff how much they can jump, but most people would hit this nice soft berm because they think it's great and it's awesome and it kicks up a lot of dirt. And the bike kicks like this, you know where you're going. You're going to be a damn dart.